Gina Weissman, and I work in a maternity hospital in Laniado, Tel Aviv in Israel. I also run a private clinic. It's a drop-in clinic for breastfeeding mothers. All mothers want to breastfeed, and we know the problems and the challenges that mothers have are the same all over the world. And many mothers abandon breastfeeding or don't succeed in breastfeeding for two main reasons. One is breast pain and breast wounds. And the other reason is insufficient milk, either perceived or real. So now really if we want to upgrade the milk production, how can we do it? The Parker study showed that it was very important, the mothers who started expressing, and they were doing hand expression, just like you talked about in your session now, they were doing hand expression within the first hour. And those mothers that started expressing, not an hour or two even, the first hour, they had 130% more always. So of course we want the baby to breastfeed, not to have the mother express. But we know sometimes the baby is in the maternity room and the mother gave birth and it was natural birth, and he does not breastfeed within the first hour for several reasons, and sometimes he just can't. So our message is, okay, so he didn't breastfeed, so what? Start expressing your milk. Okay? So if the mother can start herself, that's good, and if I'm there, I can help her, or if the husband, or if there's a designated person for this purpose, it can be her doula, her midwife. Okay, so this can be a simple tool, even if we don't collect it. Sometimes we just express for the reason of expressing. So what is a good time to teach this? Right? Because you have to learn. Exactly. So you have to learn. Apparently manual expression is not so easy. So we have to teach it before birth, because that is a teachable moment. The mother is open to listen to ideas. She can learn something and maybe implement it afterwards. Maybe yes, maybe no, but at least she's open to listen and learn. And it's very well known that mothers who have diabetes, it's a good tool for them to express milk before birth, because their babies are in risk of being hypoglycemic. And also we know these mothers have a delay of lactogenesis too. So it's well documented and it's well known. And why not for other mothers? Okay, this was my question. But there wasn't a lot of literature, so I didn't feel confident until 2013 to try to do it with my patients. So when I had a mother who would come to me when she was pregnant and I saw maybe she has reason to have problems with her breastfeeding, she might not get a sufficient milk supply, we would do correct latch on, and we would do switch nursing and breast compression. But still many of these mothers did not get a sufficient milk supply because they had things in their background. So there was a new study that caught my eye in 2015. It's a study done in India. And this is another Australian study, which was more qualitative study that asked mothers how they felt when they expressed their milk before birth. And most mothers felt it was okay. So with this small references that I found, I started to collect cases. And these are mothers that I would call them that their breastfeeding is at risk. Okay, it's not for every mother. These are mothers that have something in their background that maybe have a chance not to be breastfeeding 100%. I had 30 cases that I had experience with. It's not enough, but it's something to start with. And all the mothers that had this antenatal expression, milk expression, nobody went into premature labor. On the contrary, they were still collecting their milk 41 weeks and 42 weeks, and they were all prepared with the milk when they gave birth. And they felt fine about it, and they all had 100% success rate in breastfeeding. They were all breastfeeding. So when they're 37 weeks, I start them expressing twice a day for 5 minutes. That's all. It's not like what we have to do if we want to induce labor. Many people here know that you have to really work on those nipples. It's not going to happen so easily. So we were doing 5 minutes only twice a day at 37 weeks. When she got to 38 weeks, if she wanted to and if she felt it was okay, then she would start doing it 4 times a week. And it was gradual, not one day from 2 times to 4 times, gradually. And she would continue until birth 4 times a day. Sorry. Today I know that mothers sometimes would need extra colostrum, and I think that this is an intervention. But it's a low-cost intervention. It's a simple intervention that could maybe prevent supplementation with formula. And it's something that's not for all mothers, but for certain mothers that we can try to think ahead. Maybe their breastfeeding is in risks. So I think it's a good tool. Okay, thank you very much.